y'all. We're going to can milk this morning. Now, canning milk is not recommended. This is for rebel canners. But what have we got to lose? Now, we've canned milk before, but we're doing something a little different today because we're going to can raw milk. First thing we're going to do is set the oven because we want to sterilize the jars. What we do is we set the oven for 220 and we'll let that bring up to heat, and then the jars will go in for 20 minutes, and then we'll bring them out and let them cool off before we put the milk in. The jars have already been washed. The tops have been checked to make sure that there are no cracks or anything on them. Got the tops ready to be put in some boiling water. We have our rings ready. And we're gonna try, half of the milk is going to have full cream and the other half will not. So we'll see how that goes. Jars are in the oven. Now I have another project. Oh, if only you could smell what I smell here. We have got a slight problem with, I thought they were fruit flies, but according to what I read on the internet this morning, fruit flies are like yellow. So these are some kind of little gnats. So I searched for a natural fly spray and found this. A couple of bay leaves, a couple of tablespoons of whole cloves in a glass of water, and you boil it. I'm letting it steep right now. Then you will add that into a spray bottle, add some vinegar, apple cider vinegar with it. And then supposedly you'll be able to spray the little monsters with this. And that should take care of it. At least I surely hope so, because those things are driving me up a wall. We shall see. Okay, I'm back to this because I said I would be adding apple cider vinegar to it. But actually, that is not what I put to it. It is white vinegar. So it's a half cup of white vinegar. You add to that, and seriously folks, that smells so good. Now, the clove smell is not as predominantly as it was because I've just weakened it with the white vinegar. So I'm going to let this steep some more, and then I will filter it, strain it I should say, and then I will put it in a little spray bottle, and then I'll see how that works. They say you can spray this on anything. It's actually even a good cleaning tool. So if you get it on your windows or whatever, it really doesn't make any difference. If it will just eradicate those pesky little bugs, I will be totally pleased. Okay, we have our raw whole milk in our plastic bag. Now the only reason it's in this plastic bag is because we have to get some glass gallon jars, and I've got those ordered. So right now this is the way we're getting it. Now these jars have all gone through the oven, and now what I'm doing here is I'm mixing this milk. We picked it up yesterday, so it was probably milked let's see, yesterday was Friday. It was probably meant Thursday night or Friday morning. So, it still has full cream. We're gonna process this that way. I'm shaking it up so the cream is all mixed. We're gonna put into the jars. We want 1 inch of headspace. Okay. This is the first time that we have processed the raw milk. We have processed milk. But I want to start processing this milk. Alright. Last one out of there. Whoop. Be careful. Now there's suds all at the top, but that will dissipate. So, as you see, we had a gallon bag and we got 4 quarts of milk. Now the other 3, I want to make sure that we mark these as different because I did not dry the cream off on these. So, let's stir. Either that or you want to shake. Let's put the top back. I drew the cream off and we're going to make butter with the little bit of cream that I drew. Normally, if your milk sets for at least a couple of days, the cream line will go major down. Our milk is from a Jersey and they typically give a lot of cream. And this milk is absolutely delicious. So, Butch is shaking the jar so the cream is dispersed throughout. And I'm going to let you pour. I'm being a klutz lately, so I don't even want to. I don't want to pour. Oop, oop, oop. He's being a little messy there. That's right, just pour it and it'll go. Whoop, whoop. Okay. Oh, you're making a mess. I'm so glad I'm not doing that.
Me too.
Me too. Yeah, me too. I probably have it all over the floor. I did that just, I think, night before last. Okay. Now. Guys, you never know. We live a ways from home. I mean, not home. We live a ways from town. So, sometimes it's difficult for us to get in to get fresh milk. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I just poured in it.
Okay. This can actually, you could actually put some more in that one too. Okay. All right. Now we're gonna take. Let's pour the rest of that into here. Let me get the. We're actually gonna take this last bit of milk and put in the refrigerator, and that's what we'll have. That's not enough milk for us, but I do have a little bit more in the refrigerator, so we're good to go. You want to get me a paper towel? Okay, I gotta make sure and keep these 3 separate from these 4, because remember, these are my full cream. I did not dry the cream.
We need to mark on the top.
Yeah, we'll mark on the top as we put those on. But these are my full cream. And these have cream in them, but they don't have as much cream because I did. Let me show you what I took off. I drew this off a little bit earlier, and what we're going to do is we're going to make butter with this. We won't make a lot of butter, but we're going to let Butch demonstrate how we make butter. Okay. Yeah, set that one off because that's going to be a drinking milk, cereal milk, stuff like that. So, well, these tops are all, the jars are all, have already been checked and we know that there aren't any issues with them. So it's just a case of finger tight, put the rings on finger tight. They go into a canner. It has about 2.5 inches of water in it, cold water. Everything starts off cold. You have a cold canner, cold milk, cold jars. Because once you set these in there, you will turn the fire on under them and let it build up to pressure. Once it builds up to pressure, you cap it and then build it up to, is it 11 pounds? I think it's 11. You build up to 11 pounds.
I think it's 11.
You build up to, just put, no, don't put an X, just put a dot so that we know. So you build up to 11 pounds of pressure and then you shut it off. Let it come down to room temperature on its own. Once that has happened, you'll very carefully loosen, take off the top of the pressure cooker and make sure you tilt it so the steam comes off the backside. And then we'll show you when we get finished what we've got.